threads to get on. I see a couple of you there. We'll see how long it takes to load. Hey, Leslie. I hope not either. This one won't show up in the shorts feed, so hopefully they won't be around much. We'll see. Hey, Dana. A few minutes late. I had to figure out how to wind a bobbin and thread this machine. I've only done it once. So, yeah. I figured I would start with what I know for this pattern and do like the card slots and the basic top stitching stuff. And hopefully everything goes smooth. Like I said, I've only used it once. I haven't really had much time to kind of play with it, and I just literally set the tension, but put the thread on it, made sure the tension worked, and packed it up. Hi, Betsy. So earlier I cut out all the pieces for the Linds Handmade Family Travel Organizer. I have 3 of them cut out, all the same thing. So I think I'll kind of batch sew them, or at least do the same steps until I don't know. We're just going to figure it out as we go. It's so weird sewing, taking your stuff somewhere, not knowing what you're doing, or, you know, exactly. It's not you're not at home. It's not your normal routine stuff. So I'm going to start with my passport pocket side. And I'm just going to top stitch. Hey, Tammy. I'm not used to like this leg lift or anything. So different. Hi, Jadira. We had a lot of spammers on the live earlier. It was kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. All right, here we go. Like the pedal's different and everything. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that's the thread cutter. I forget it's on the pedal. Yes, Debbie, I got it just so that we had something for traveling, and if I wanted to go teach, I could have something, and then I could test things. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Stella. It has the automatic thread cutter on it, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to use it with this thread. Does anybody use the thread cutter with Tex 45? Who has this machine? Need my little cutters. I'm making the travel passport organizers by Linds Handmade. So we're just going to kind of go with the flow and see what happens. Side up. Just so different. Yeah, this pattern actually is kind of hard on my industrial because it doesn't have interfacing on the edges, so my machine doesn't really like it too much. It tolerates it. I don't have a magnet on this machine either, so I don't know where my snips are. Okay, don't use the thread cutter. I'm gonna try. It should be good because I'm not used to it anyway. Should have 3 of these. 2, 3. sewing pretty nice. Stitches look really good. Is that view good? Do you want me to zoom in a little bit more? I know it's kind of hard to see the machine just because of the lights. Ooh, the stitches are coming out pretty nice. I have a little thing, a stopper to put in the pedal, but I don't think I brought it with me. It's the TL18 QVP. It is. I don't think I ever want to leave Linda. It feels like we're at home, but we're far from Florida. It's an outside table. It's the only one that was like sittable without being like on a bar stool. But it works. Where are you? We are in Mineral Bluffs, Georgia. So it's just north of Blue Ridge, kind of at the North Carolina border, right? North Carolina. Pretty high up into Georgia. I think we're pretty close to the border. But I had a friend message, and they're going to a dog show overseas next week. And she asked if there's any chance that I could get these made for her. And I was like, we're going out of town, but maybe I could casually mention bringing this machine that I have. And I haven't used it before. But at least this pattern I've made before, so it's a little bit more comforting. It does feel like a toy compared to my industrial. But it's stitching very nice. I even remember to bring some clips. Hi, Annette. I'm just sewing up the passport organizers that I cut out earlier. Draw a center line down the middle. Enjoying the fire. It's been beautiful weather the last few days, but Joey said at home looked like the weather was nice there too. Let's give this a shot. I'm going to open it up so that I'm not stitching through the back. I got the Sandy Beach thread just right before I left too, so it worked out perfect. I think it's Sandy Beach. nice. Annette said it's 62 and they went to Magic Kingdom for a walk. Right back down the center. It's 48 here, it says. All right, got these card slots done on this side. Hey, Deva, we haven't been on long, like 10 minutes. I know, I feel like I need a fireplace. This machine just sounds so different from mine that I feel like something's wrong with it. But I think it's just different noises. I think it's okay. Skittles is loving life. She's just over here on the couch. She was curled up in the blanket in the fireplace last night. Is yours louder than your industrial, Annette? Like, is it supposed to sound like this, or is it just something wrong and it's just working? It also could be on this table. I don't know. So many noises. $75's beautiful, Dalva. Those stitches look pretty perfect. I don't even know like what the seam allowance is on this machine, like where it is, what it is, how long the bobbin lasts. That sounds a little loud. Yeah, I don't know. It also could be maybe a new needle. Like that's kind of what it sounds like to me. It's just like punching through. It's working, so I'm not gonna mess with it. All right, let's find the middle of this one. This ruler has that center 0 mark on it, so it makes it super easy. What's the normal temperature there, Delva? Or what's your perfect temperature? If 75 is cold. Oh yeah, the table's definitely not leveled. It's kind of janky. wiggles a little. Definitely sew way slower on this. Not comfortable with it. Turn, come back down. Okay, got two. Let's do the third. I don't even know if I'm on the bunny speed or the fast speed. I'm on the, not on the turtle, so. Hello from Alabama, Sherry. I went to an apple orchard yesterday. I always want to call it an apple orchid. Apple orchard. Yesterday they were having a customer appreciation day. And it was pretty amazing. They had all kinds of vendors there, samples. We got some apple cider, some spices, apple butter, and we got a caramel apple and an apple pie. It was amazing. We'd stopped at one last year, but it was mostly closed. I mean, the store part was open, but it was definitely an event yesterday. I don't even know what size needle I have in here. Because I'm thinking I could probably, from what Susan said on hers, get away with a bigger needle. Have in here. There we go. All right, let's do the middle on this one. I don't know. I didn't check before I started. See what it was. I know you probably rarely use it. I feel like everyone's like moving on up in the world and then I go back down to get one, but it worked out perfect for this trip. And I wasn't sure if I'd actually have time to sew, but I figured I'd give it a shot. If I had time, I had time. If not, oh well. We did. It's a nice night. I figured I could bring this to, if we did vending at So Magical in Florida again, I could bring it to show how to do overlays too at the booth. Okay, so we got that. 3 of those. 3 passport slip pockets. Let's do the flap. The flap I need. This to mark my snap placement using a template. We're here till Tuesday, and then Tuesday, right? Tuesday. And then Tuesday we're going to our friend's house, which is about an hour and a half from here in North Carolina, for a couple days till Thursday. Do one at a time so we don't get confused. Hi, Lori. This will be a nice little vacation. It's actually our first anniversary trip. It's really, we've been married for 4 years, but we got married on Leap Day. So we don't really like to celebrate much anyways, and we figured it'd be nice to go on a trip. Every 4 years is more practical anyway. So it's our first official anniversary on Leap Day. Oh, yay, Mo. If they were placed before Thursday, then they were sent out. Anything else we'll send out as soon as we get back. Annette says hi. Joey says hi. We are going to Franklin, North Carolina. It's on a river. What river?
Nantahala.
Huh?
Nantahala.
Nantahala River?
Nantahala.
Some Nantahala River. He's laughing at me, but I have no idea what he's saying, so. Oh, I think they're arriving tomorrow. Yay! Yep, we got all the orders out that were placed before we left. Joey was crazy busy trying to get them all out. It's the fastest we ever had orders turned around, I think. I know, we had an overlay order and he had them going within the hour of getting the order placed. Getting industrial here has been a nightmare. Oh no, shipping is $1,000 and tax is 11.5%. That's crazy, Dalva. Okay, so on this one, I want it to be the mail snap. Yep, mail snap. This little guy's on. Oh, yay, Dalva. Hopefully it doesn't get lost. The post office there is crazy. But I think, Delva, I figured out that if you put that complex address as the company name, then it'll show up on all of the shipping labels, because if it's too much, it just like ignores it. So on yours, I put it on the company label, and now it automatically shows up every time. The poor lady the other day didn't, but she was able to get it. Okay, so we have that one. Let's do this one. Oh, I figured that's why I messaged you, Dalva, for assistance. I told Joey, I said, Dalva even has their name. You know, Bonnie Christian Fabric Line, she's my niece and they all live in Franklin. Oh, that's awesome. Do they have a fabric store there? Is there somewhere I need to go? It's a pretty area. Yes, Karen, I'm sewing on my new machine. I have only tested it once. It's very different. It just feels weird because I'm not used to it. It's sewing nice though. Which model did I get? It's the TL18 QVP. I actually got it used from the sewing studio in Maitland, Florida. They do trade-ins and stuff, and it came with warranty and everything. They had it completely serviced, and it was like lightly used. So they let me know they had it, and I was like, we'll be there. We will be there. Oh, it's a Stitch in Time. Sister-in-law used to own it. She sold it. Oh, I'll have to check it out still. Okay, template. Yeah, it worked out great, Karen. I mean, it ended up being a 3-hour drive there because traffic was crazy. But it saved me probably about $600, I think, getting it lightly used. So I talked to a couple other people and companies and stuff about getting one, but it was just kind of out of my price range for something I didn't really have intentions to use very much or have a reason to get. Hi, Rose. And these magnets are so strong. Oh, the micro lifter really helps. Yeah, I haven't had to use it. Yeah, I haven't used it yet. I don't think on this pattern I'll have to either. Watch. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Dalva. That's what and I wanted to be able to test patterns too and try out different techniques and stuff. I know a lot of people can't afford or have the space for an industrial. So figured we'd give it a shot. Yes, this is the passport organizer. I think it's called the family travel organizer. But it has the passports. I put the link in the description. Hi, Sarah. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, it's super nice. They have 2 fireplaces outside, one on the downstairs porch, and then it goes to the upstairs porch as well, and then they have this electric one inside. It's a really nice place. 10 out of 10 recommend. If you guys are looking for a fun little getaway, it's way bigger than we needed, but the price was right and it had the view that we wanted. Oh no, this one should be different, not vertical, right? I don't know what it looks like. Yeah, Skittles is sleeping. She's over here on the couch. Zonked. Okay. So we have those 3 flaps now. And we need to sew them together. Yeah, it's an Airbnb. I like to just kind of put in a general area when we were looking. We'd stayed in Cherry Log, which is about 20 minutes from here, a couple years ago. And so we kind of, since we have to take Skittles with us, we wanted something that we could drive to in a day from Florida. So I kind of figure out what that range is on the Airbnb map, and then just kind of search and filter out what we're looking for, and just kind of go from there. And we go through the views, and I wanted a place with a hot tub, so I put a hot tub and the amenities, and then we just start looking for places. And we found this one, and it's actually 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 2 stories. It's huge. So my sister came and stayed with us Friday night and left yesterday. But other than that, it's just us. But it'd be great for couples, families, because it's each bedroom has its own bathroom, and then there's 1 bedroom downstairs, and then 2 upstairs. So it's perfect. Oh, try a top stitch needle. Okay. Let's see. Okay, for this, I think I want to draw out. It should just follow the. I put Decouville White on my flap, which isn't in the pattern, but I think if I stitch right around that, then that should be the perfect seam allowance. We'll just draw the corners on to be safe. Okay, top stitch needle. I don't think I have one of those. These corners are so particular. All right, let's do this. I also have a foot pedal for the, I don't have a knee lift on my machine, it's a foot pedal. So it's a little strange to me. All right, first corner I'm gonna have to do. Oh, I'm going so slow. There we go. Yeah, it came with a bunch of feet, Karen. I got the skinny, narrow foot because that's what the people told me I should get. Yeah, I have a knee lift for this one, but I don't have one for my industrial. It has a foot pedal for the lift, for the foot lift. So it's different. I'm not used to. Got a little wobbly here, so I'm gonna go back and fix them. Oh yeah, Marcy, we took a ride there. It was a hefty journey. Uh-oh. Looks like something got stuck. Let's see. Seems to be okay. Marcy, do you get in trouble all the time going to the sewing studio? I feel like if I had one that close, they have so much stuff. I brought my pinking shears. Can't believe I remembered those for this, but okay, let's try and turn this one. That's like the worst part of this thing to me is flipping out the little flap. She's over here on the couch, Karen, her head on a blanket and her little toy. Beautiful. Okay, I think I'll do all three and then I can press them before I top stitch them. I really tried, Karen. I like walked myself through making this whole thing, what I would need, and packed it all. I got this cute little squirrel pouch in my swap, one of the swaps that we did not too long ago. And it's the fabric that I did on the fundamental divider. Oops, there's camera. Get it. And it's a cute little pouch. It's got everything in it. Okay. Same for this one. Let's draw on that. It is. It's a super cute pouch and it holds so much. I don't even know what the seam allowance is on, like where it is on this machine. It's right here. Do you know what pattern the pouch is? I messaged her a while ago, and I have it in my inbox. So if I can remember, I'll post it in the group after this video. I'll look it up. It's not a common pouch, but I have it on my list to make. Domestic, so the top stitching. Yeah, I figured, Dawa, that a lot of it's just materials and selections and not being, I think, consistency and not trying a lot of new materials and brands once you figure out what works. But I'm hopeful. I mean, like I said, this isn't going to replace any of my machines by any means, but I wouldn't be able to do this now and hang out with you guys on vacation with a fireplace and be a whole nother week before you got a video. So I think it's worth it. I mean, Joey's probably not thrilled, but he's supportive. Skittles is dreaming. Her little feet are twitching. All right, let's go. But I mean, technically, it just turned this into a work trip, right? Joey said, absolutely. Oh my goodness, my interfacing's coming off. At least it should fuse back on when I press it just a second. Joey's just enjoying the peace and quiet, being in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't mind the sewing part. Yeah, I normally just use like a chunk of vinyl as my hump jumper. I did get a Teflon foot. I didn't bring it because this one's all cotton, so I didn't think I would need it. But it did come with the whole little kit caboodle of feet. But I wish they had a Teflon narrow, like skinny foot, because this little foot is pretty nice. Okay, one more flap. Let's draw the seam allowance. I think this is the worst part, the flap. We'll do our zippers and then assemble it, right? I need this. I left my templates for the interfacing at home because they're cut out of paper. I don't have them in acrylic, and man, that was pretty rough. Joey had to help me cut out all the interfacing. Oh, they got one off of Amazon. You'll have to send me a message or post in the group, Gail, with the one from Amazon. If you guys say I need it, I'll get it. We'll try it out. Oh, you walked in last Christmas and walked out with a 10-needle embroidery machine. Yeah, I could see that. I definitely see why people have 10 needles instead of one. It's rough with a single needle. Oh, Q-Tex. Yeah, I have ordered their bobbin case, like their case to hold bobbins from them. And I think I have a couple other feet too from them. Yeah, I got my embroidery machine from Sewing Studio too at SME. It is a single needle, because I'd never tried one before. I feel like I have to be clean here too. Like I can't just throw my stuff on the floor. Even though I can just sweep it, it just feels weird. Teflon compensator feet. I've never used a compensator foot. I'll have to try that. Does that do the top stitching on the thick materials? All right, let me go turn on the heat press real quick so I can press these. Oh, come up. Okay, well, we're waiting for that to heat up. Maybe we should draw on our zipper boxes. Okay, so, oh yeah, top stitching, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. So these are the exteriors. Let me put those aside. These are the linings. And there's zipper pocket liner. Does this go on the back, right? I think it goes on the back. It's been, I taught this on the cruise during the summer, but it's been a hot minute. Line this up. Best we can to the bottom and draw our box. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how, hopefully I don't miss a stitch on a corner. Who has this machine? Do you have to like halfway turn so that when it's on the way up, that's when you stop stitching for this one before you pivot? Does that make sense? Make sure that's straight. Okay, there's one. I did, Betsy, I got the thick fabric stitch plate. I haven't put it on yet. I didn't think that this one would need it, and I brought it with me, but I didn't have a screwdriver, so I didn't ask Joey to do it. We did put on the light underneath here, though. And that's working amazing. Just go slow around the corners. Okay. Let's do this and one more. this on. And one more. All right, so now we're going to stitch these boxes on. I think I'm going to lower my stitch length so it'll be nice and tight in the corners. And I normally don't start in the corner. That way when you back stitch, it's not super tight. Walk it into the corner, turn, it almost sounds like it's the needle that's just like punching through the fabric. Okay, that corner turned out good, so they should be okay. When I go to top stitch around this box, okay. Yeah, I read a lot once I got it on what to get. Thankfully, there's a lot of information out there. I just haven't, I don't think I've gotten too many needles yet or know exactly which ones you guys think are the best. Was the only thing I had left. Oops. Skittle stepped on the camera base. X-Acto knife. You can see if I have another needle. It just feels like when it's punching through, but it's working so good. Are there green scissors out there? Thank you. Carefully cut your zipper open. I also know to be very careful with double-sided tape. flip her through. It's been so long since I've done a pocket like this. Need to snip those corners closer. I need to get some good little teeny tiny little snips. I didn't bring my little snip scissors, like the small 3-inch scissors. It's always so scary. Oh, I know. I hate turning it through. This is not my favorite way to do a zipper. I thought about putting overlays on the inside of this, but I think it will hit that pocket. And then you have to turn it and all that stuff, and I'm not sure it would work as well as I wish. And then when I go to iron my flaps, I'll iron this down too. Got one done. Put that one aside. Grab the other. I've never done overlays. What's the best size to start with? Well, the most common size is the 7-inch. The 6-inch is gonna. The 6 and the 8-inch I think are gonna be for more specific bags, but the 7 fits most of your standard size bags. Oh, it could be because of the stitch plate. Maybe. It's just going through 2 layers of cotton though, so it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. It just almost sounds like it's just punching through the fabric. Went a little too far. Back up. Hey, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. We are just sewing up some family travel organizers from Linds Handmade. I have 3 of them. They're all the same fabric, so I figured I would just sew them all at once. I haven't done many custom orders lately. I've just been so busy, but when she messaged me, I was like, all the cards are aligned to make this work. So. Draw a little triangle. So a little guideline for the scissors. Oops. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We sew this. Tomorrow, I think we're going to go to Helen, Georgia. Right, Helen? do some exploring. Has anyone ever been there? Any cool things to see? Do recommendations? Oh yeah, no, Dalbo, I'm doing 3. And they're all the same, so if I was really good and I could remember what I said, you know, for the last 3 minutes, I would just repeat myself and make you think that I was, we're stuck, but I can't even remember what I said 3 minutes ago. We're cruising right through them. They're a fun little pattern, fun little pattern. Ooh, that one's pretty. That one's perfect. No puckers. Oh, Joey said you guys couldn't see me. Huh. There you go. It's probably up there with one of my most requested custom order patterns. You can fit probably about 4 passports in it, I'd say, comfortably. US passports. I'm not sure if other countries have the same size passports. That'd be something, I guess, to look up. Other passports are standard size. Fit 2 in each pocket and then slide a 5th one. But and that are all countries' passports the same size? Dalva says yes. So, okay. That's good. I just wasn't sure. I don't think I'd ever paid attention. There, 3rd one. Let's go. Oh, different colors. Okay. Yeah, I'd imagine there's a standard size for them. I don't think I've noticed in anybody in Linds's group saying anything about it not fitting their passport. And there's a lot of international people in her group. Okay. Let's have a look. Makes sense. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me go press these and press my flap, and I will be right back. Enjoy the fire. So I pressed all my flaps and I pressed my zipper pockets open with the heat press. So now I need to top stitch my flaps. Change this back. 4.5 stitch length. I don't know if I have a. Let me change my needle. Let me try. All right, let's see what needle options I have. I have a universal, a leather, a Microtex 14. Microtex 14. That must be what's in there. It's a Microtex 14. Would that be better? I guess they're all size 14. Oh, I do have a regular universal 16. Do you think that would be better? Or the Microtex? Or does it matter since I'm using cotton? Microtex 14. About 90% sure that's what's in there. Yeah, it looks like the Microtex. Just dropped one. Yeah, it looks like the same colors. Right over here. I mean, I think before Google was Ask Jeeves, right? Was that what it was called? Or ask.com? Let's make sure it's going in the right way. Right? It was Ask Jeeves. Scrap piece of paper. All right. I mean, I had an encyclopedia too, Delva. But I was around for Ask Jeeves. Oh no. Oh, I think I cut the thread. Woo, that was scary. Oh, it does sound better. Probably should have done that a while ago. Joey's laughing. I was afraid. I was afraid I was gonna mess it up. Okay, let's top stitch these flaps now. Yeah, I could feel it punching the fabric. So it might have had like a burr on the needle. We did travel with it, so. I think Bing is still a thing. No? Oh, this part's scary because I'm not used to turning with this. Whoop, whoop. All right, it's not so hard turning the corners with this one. Google is the Kleenex of search engines. So all tissue is Kleenex. trying to do like research with an encyclopedia and no thanks. Now you can reverse image search things and it's wild. Oh, I know. ChatGPT is wild. You could type in, tell me a story about a frog named Millie. Definitely like the skinny foot. It goes around the magnet pretty nice. Dalla, you can pretty much just type in anything and give it a prompt and it'll come up with something for you. Like you can say, give me an Instagram post, you know, for the day, and it'll make up something for you. Okay, flaps are top stitched. Now I need, oh, okay, I did the same thing before. Let's see, do we want card slots on the zipper side? Yes, okay, card slots on the zipper side. And I need to put those on first before I put on the zipper. So that I don't stitch through it, right? Let's go ahead and do that now. Just put card slots here. I guess it doesn't matter because I just base these on this side. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay, right, let me get zipper tape. Across here like so. Scissors. And zipper pulls. Yeah, it's wild the things it knows. I got one of those thread zappers, and I'm here to tell you, I still like a lighter better. It just doesn't get as clean of a singe on the end. I don't know why this is not lining up. try this side. Sometimes zippers are easy and sometimes they're hard. There we go. Okay. So I brought super thin double-sided tape. So I need to run it off to try and keep it out of the seam allowance. It's heavy here. All right, so, oh, don't use any double-sided tape. I don't think I can for putting the zipper on. I don't know how else it would stay in the little window. It's thin. Very thin. If I'm sewing this close to the edge, I think I'd be in trouble. All right, so let's see, which way? I guess it doesn't matter, whatever way, closing to that side, either which way. Okay. Delva, I can't do that. It's thin. If I mess it up, you can say I told you so. Okay. No, Elaine, I don't think I can. I think I'm addicted to double-sided tape. Well, I haven't. Okay, here we go. Wish me all the luck. Pivot points. I need pivot points. I don't think I have clips. I don't think you could do clips this way. I don't have a chalk pencil. Let's just mark them on here though. The little poke. A little pokey poke. Because I don't know this foot very well. And pivot points are life. pivot points, and double-sided tape. Okay. Must have. Non-negotiable. What else is non-negotiable in your sewing life? What could you not live without? Okay, non-top stitch. Okay. Needle down. Red. Oh, good lighting. Yeah, that's a must. Slow and steady. Seam ripper. Yep. All right. I don't know how to use this little knob over here, so I'm just going to make a hump jumper. Okay. All right, I think we did it. I think we did it. All right, let me pull these threads to the back. Actually want them in between the layers. Oh yeah, heat press is a game changer. I don't think I'd have been bag making as long as I have been without a heat press. Make sure you're pulling the right string. To the back. The lighting in this house is not sewing friendly. There we go. Struggling to get that last loop through. Okay, let's tie these off. So I'm tying it off between the pocket and the lining body piece so that you can't see it in the zipper pocket. Oh no, Annette, why do you have to get up early tomorrow? Gross. Have a good night. Okay, so we got our zipper in there. Then now we need our one lining panel. Oh, this way, good thinking. This way. I want to cut this out of the seam allowance a little bit so that when we stitch it closed, it's not in our way. Okay. Heat seal these ends. Okay, this pocket clips onto here. Flip over and add our card slots to this side. Okay, clip those on the bottom. And we need to baste all that together. Okay. Zipper pocket, card slots. Back pocket. Let's baste that on. I think we've done pretty good. We haven't had any bots or spammers. If you were on the live earlier, we could not keep them away. The vertical lives are not the move, because then you get put into the you get shown in the shorts feed, so anybody scrolling through shorts can stop by your live, and that's just wasn't good. Let's push it out. Let's see. Like wrinkled that lining there, so I'm just gonna pick out the last few stitches. I don't know why it's doing that. No, I'm not in Florida, Josiah. I'm wearing a hoodie. And we have a fire. It's 46. I even wore shoes today. That's how you really know. Okay, so we got one done. And while we're here, let's add the passport pocket side. All right, so let's grab a ruler and mark the center line. I'm just using the same center line from the card slots. Lining it all up. Oh yeah, how was her concert? That was tonight or last night? I'm gonna stitch that down the middle before I base this side on. Oh good, I hope you got some video. Oh, good. I wasn't sure if it was last night. Oh, yeah, it's Saturday night. I have no idea what day today is. When do you come home? Tomorrow? Here, now I'm just basting this slip pocket side on. Oh, son's driving home. I thought you flew. I'm using your Tex 45 in this machine. It's got no problems. I want to try the 7D when I get home. That way I don't have to get so many colors. You're not late, Sue. I'm doing 3 of them, so. All right, so there we have one lining. Oh, from the airport to our house. I was like, okay, I thought you flew. I was like, that's a long drive. Okay, so let's work on this one. Zipper tape. You still never made it? I've made a lot of them. I thought you made this one. Are you sure? Do we need to check your channel? I feel like you made it. Yeah, it's the passport one by Linds, the family travel organizer. It's a pretty easy sew. It is just a little bit more difficult on industrial because you have to keep the interfacing out of the seam allowance. Even if it's woven, it just gets really thick when you turn it out. So it doesn't really like the edges of the stuff. because it's so thin. Okay, let me mark my pivot points. Let's see, where's my little ruler. I'm just marking 1/8 inch on from the corner and the side, so that way I know where to turn. So I don't really know this machine very good. It just helps make it perfect. Just a little poke with the stiletto. Please. Can you get me a drink? Thank you. All right, here we go. A little hump jumper just to get over that zipper. Right into the corner. I made s'mores last night. Well, I made marshmallows. I'd rather have just marshmallows. Joey made s'mores with chocolate chip cookies. I like all the elements of s'mores, but I prefer them individually. They're so good. They're like giant marshmallows too. Come on, little. Come on. All right, there we go. Got all the threads so I can tie them on the inside of the lining. Most people just backstitch, but I don't backstitch a lot where you can see it. personal preference. Okay, so we got that zipper on there. Tight. Okay, so we have that. We need to add a back lining piece, right side together. Well, let me cut this zipper down so it's not in our side seam when we stitch it. Right sides together. Hello, Nicole. How are you? Okay, put a clip at the top so I know where to start basting that on. Flip it over. We need to add a card slots piece. So line up the bottoms there. Put that in place. Thank you. We're actually on vacation. And this house is to die for. I wish my sewing room had a fireplace. But now I know it'll be a necessity. Okay, let's baste this side on. Oh, the Solsta handbag, that's nice. Were they going on a trip, Margaret? Okay. Oops. Right, clean up some of these edges here. Cotton's fraying like crazy. Okay, so we have that credit card spot on that side, and let's add the passport pocket to the other side. draw a center line so we can divide this passport pocket. I think I have this pattern, but I've never made it. Yeah, it's a fun one. It's been out for quite a while. Yeah, I wonder if you can make it just like half. Like shrink it down, like the one passport. It's still just like a nice little wallet. Fits a airline ticket, even though you really don't have to print them out much anymore, but it just fits like cash, bills, everything's so nice. Trim off all the extra. Okay. This credit card slot pocket is a little crooked, so I do want to fix that because that'll bug me. So I just need to pick out this. Let's see. I don't know which side's crooked. For those of you that use this machine, what stitch length do you use for top stitching? So I feel like a 4 is really small. Being careful not to cut the back stitch of the top stitch along the top of the card slots. Yeah, that's true, Nicole. Going to a, but like, is a 6 more like a industrial 4? So I feel like my 4 is way bigger. I don't seam rip often, but when I do, it's going to be on a live. It was just a tad crooked, and I knew it wasn't lining up with that zipper, and it was going to drive me absolutely crazy. It's nothing critical, just a basting stitch. All right, that should be better. Good night, Rose. Hi, Tammy. We're just working on the passport organizers I was cutting out earlier. Thanks. Just a little funky for some reason. There we go. We are just north of Blue Ridge, Georgia, in Mineral Springs. What's it called? Mineral Bluffs. Mineral Bluffs, Georgia. Yeah, we got an Airbnb. It's beautiful. We normally stay at Airbnbs because we bring Skittles with us most of the time. It's up in the mountains, the beautiful view. Hot tub, the whole thing. It's really nice, Tammy. It's going really well. I'm very impressed with it so far. It's different, but that's just me, not the machine. So far, it's been good. Okay, so now we got the second lining done. Oops, and I didn't base this here, so I'm just gonna base that little area down real quick. Okay, that one aside, and I need this one. I got the TL18 QVP. It was got exchanged in at the Sewing Fabric Superstore in Maitland. What is it? Sewing Studio? Is it the Sewing Studio in Maitland? It's like the Sewing Studio Fabric Superstore or something. They got it on a trade-in and had a warranty and everything with it and serviced. So it was like, heck yeah, I'll save some money. It's my first time fully sewing anything with it. I just put in thread and made sure the tension was set when I first got it. That was it. So this is the first go. It's doing great. Trucking right along. Yeah, Texo was the same. Texo was used on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't get lucky with my first one. I had the Juki 118 one that I got off Marketplace, and I did not love that machine. So I got rid of it and got the Texo. They owned a leather store a couple hours south of us. Just persistent, Delta. Just kept checking Marketplace over and over and over. Yeah, the Sewing Studio. Where's Lady Lake? I didn't know they had another one. I'll have to check that one out. I don't know where Lady Lake is.
Villages.
Oh, Ocala. Probably about the same distance from us. Just seems closer to Orlando than it does up there. Oh man. Okay, let's mark our little marks. For our pivot points. Almost done. It was a full moon last night. It was gorgeous. It was so big. Between Ocala and Leesburg. I'll have to see which one's closer. Although Orlando just seems more, I don't know which drive would be better or worse. Bye, Margaret. Thank you. Get my little hump jumper because I don't know how to use my micro lifter yet. you open that door? One of them. Please. Getting a little toasty. Face is probably getting red. All right, one more time. I'm going to pull these threads through. It's very cozy in here. It's starting to get warm. Just had Joey open the door. Not used to this dry air. The humidity was like, I think we got a fire warning. The humidity was less than 25%. My Florida life doesn't even know what that's like. My sinuses were so dry. We are just north of Blue Ridge, Georgia, and Mineral Bluffs. On vacation for a few days. Oh, I don't know if I could do the left foot. Yeah, my left foot I don't think would function very good. Maybe those of you who know how to, like, who can drive stick really well could probably do that. But I'm not sure it'd be very good for me. Probably be so jerky. Okay, tie these off. Let's see. Trim those down. We need our last card slots. That one lined up pretty good, I think. Stand up to make sure. Okay. Got that. I need my pocket lining. Let's cut that zipper down so it's not in the seam allowance. I'll try it one day, Sue. Not today. But my other one has 2 foot pedals. So it's not crazy at all. It's actually pretty easy to just push the other pedal. I like it a lot better than the knee lift. We had the door open earlier and we could just hear a pack of coyotes having a grand old time out there. And Skittles didn't budge. She's laid right on the couch. She could not be bothered by that. It was pretty funny. It's been a long time since I've sewed with like cotton that's not interfaced on the sides. And it's just fraying like crazy. Okay, just clean some of this up. Just want to have a nice clean edge so when we sew it together, we're not fighting ourselves with all the extra stuff. Okay, on the other side, we'll need our slip pocket for the passports. Let's draw our center line down the middle. Up, top and bottom, and stitch that down. I need to check my bobbin soon too, so I don't run out. I don't know how long the bobbin lasts in this day. Okay, make sure everything lines up. And trim off any extra that sticks out. Oh, true. Yeah, I guess because It's thicker, so in a smaller bobbin. Okay, so we have that. Now, I have the light Dalva. Today's my first time using it, so I just wanted to try it out before I put it on my Amazon list. But I can add it to the Amazon list here. Also, Joey was looking at my machine earlier, and I don't know if you guys know this about this machine, but this light right here that's on the machine, if you push it, it changes, like you can turn it off, and it has like high, medium, low, and off. I had no idea it did that. So, fun fact if you didn't know. Okay, I need to see how long of elastic I need. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea either, Lori. It was crazy. He's like, can you turn off this light? Because we were worried about the light on the machine, you guys not being able to see. And I was like, I don't think you can turn the light off. It just comes on with the machine. He's like, you sure can. It's right here. It's magic. Well, now you know. Okay, let's do... cut some elastic. Okay, and then we'll need our flaps. And on our passport pocket side, flaps go face up. Okay, so we have our 2-inch elastic. We're going to add right here. A little clip. Actually, let's just baste that on while we're here, so it doesn't go anywhere. And you don't want to baste it too much because it's gonna, you don't want it to perforate the elastic. You just want it enough to hold it on so that when we sew all the other stuff, it doesn't move. I guess you could use double-sided tape too if you wanted. And then we have our center of our flap right side up, and I just like to make sure that the little male part is centered on the line of stitching that we did in the middle of that pocket, because that way we know it's definitely centered. So now I'm going to baste that on. Oh, ran out of bobbin. That was perfect. I knew it was coming. And I didn't bring an extra, so I couldn't fill 2. That's okay. We got pretty far. Okay. I'm like not a huge fan of this bobbin winder. It's kind of tricky. But what can you do? can remember how to do this. Oh, got some oil on my hand or something. Round. All machines pretty much thread very similar to each other, but just slightly different. Then I think with the Text 45, it's better to like manually thread your needle. But I'm not sure. Okay, let's try this and see if that worked. I think we're good. Beautiful. Okay. You're at the... Okay, I can try that the right way. Base this flap on. I'm going to back stitch over the edge pretty good. Okay, now we'll do the same for the other ones. So we are on the passport slip pocket side, elastic. A couple stitches in that. Snips are sticking together. Okay, and then our flap, make sure it's right side up. Line up the center. Snap right down on the line. And that's just my way of being able to know that the flap was lined up with the actual body. I had a domestic, like $150 machine from like that you would get at Walmart, a Singer heavy duty, and I sewed on that for maybe 3 bags before many tears were shed and I got my industrial. So I haven't sewn much on a domestic at all. Just enough to learn, and then that was it. Okay, one more piece of elastic is somewhere. White, so it blends in. Okay. Yeah, it seems kind of crazy, but it was just the way it worked out. Joey told me if it was something I was going to keep doing, then I needed to get the right machine for the job. Because it was not, he said there's no way I could have been enjoying what I was doing with the frustrations I had. Right side up. Line that up. Oh man, yeah, this is the TL18, so I wasn't sure. I had no idea it did at all. They said the 2010 doesn't do it. The one just under this one, that's the same machine. The light doesn't turn off. They went and checked. Okay, so we have that. Have this. Flap is on. Okay. Now we need to assemble. So we have these guys. So let's see, do I want to add my snap before or after? I think I'm going to mark it, but verify after we put it together. And then add it after. I think that would be the smarter thing to do. Okay, I'm just going to mark my centers because those will line up with our stitching marks. Yeah, the HD9 I think is real similar, or comparable, I should say, not similar, to this one. But talking about this machine light, Dalva, the strip, it's all one light instead of a whole bunch of different little bulbs, so you don't see, or what is it?
The COB LED.
It's a COB LED, so it doesn't have all the little dots that you normally see on a light. So Joey told me to get, so that's what I got. Okay. Let me grab my template for that so I can mark my snap. Okay. Man, see, this even shrunk a little bit, just adding the interfacing, even though I tried my hardest. Okay. Let's mark that snap placement. Like I said, I just want to mark it, I think, before I stitch it together, because I'm afraid if it doesn't line up, then I already have the holes. So if it's just marked, then we'll know for sure that it fits and lines up once it's all turned out, just in case it's off. No one wants a crooked snap. Okay, and then made a little cardboard template earlier, and that's what I'm going to use for my corners on this side. And it should be pretty even with my interfacing, but I want those corners to be nice and round and consistent. So that way when I turn, one's not pointy and the other one is rounded. At least if I have this marked out, I can follow those curves. Yep, Skittles up and moving around. Might come say hi. She's gonna go outside. Check the weather. Okay, so we got one. And we want to start this way. And then our snap should be opposite as our flap. So that can get kind of confusing. I'm gonna line up our center marks with that center stitching. And everything should line up. That all the way around. And because we've done so much to the other side panel, I'm gonna stitch from the exterior because that one hasn't changed at all. Like adding the zipper pocket to the other side could kind of make your shape a little bit off. So if we line everything up to the main body panel, then we know that's exact. Add some clips. Flip her over. Okay, here we go. And then we don't have to leave anything open on this one. It's going to be all left open, and we're going to turn through this little opening that we had for our zipper pocket. Go real slow around those corners, and we're just following the line that I drew. That way you don't have to focus on the seam allowance around the whole corner. Hoodie string to it. And when I get to the flap, I'm going to back stitch over the beginning and the end so that it has some extra security, so that when I'm pulling on the flap, it's not, doesn't get loose. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more used to it. Just different. All right, we're gonna check everything, make sure I got everything. Okay. Let's see. Pinking shears, and we're just going to trim the corners. And you don't want to get too close because it's cotton. You don't want it to pull out. Just kind of right around those basting stitches that we did earlier. Okay, then I'm going to leave that tab for our elastic long. And we just want to open up our zipper. And turn everything carefully through that opening. Careful not to pull on your zipper too hard. Because it's only holding together with that little top stitch. Just be very careful. You've got your corners. And then I'll put it all aside and I'm going to press it once they're all done and add the Decaville Heavy in the base on the inside of it. It's looking good. And then that way we can put our snap through the Decaville Heavy too. I forgot that's what I did. Okay, so look at that, my snap placements there. It's a little floppy still because we don't have our Decaville in there, but so you got your passport pockets here, your zipper pocket, your card slots. All right, let's do the other ones. My marker. There we go. Got it. Okay, marker. And my little corner tool, I'm just going to mark my corners. Hey, Kathleen. Yeah, it's almost the exact color as like that coral color that's in the map, like the little lines on it. And I felt pretty positive that we got it from Joann's. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. It's been a couple hours. Make sure to like the video too. I'd appreciate it. It really helps the channel and helps YouTube know that you guys want notifications when we go live and when I post new videos, and it's the algorithm. Yes, it's cotton fabric. It's all cotton. Interfaced with Geeky Fuse Light. And I did a little bit of Decaville Light in the flap, and then we'll do Decaville Heavy as the main body insert instead of Peltex. Okay, I already marked the spot, okay. And face up, face down, zipper in the middle. Because even if your bottom piece, like your lining piece, is off a little bit, line it up to your exterior, because that's the one that we know hasn't been messed with at all. That's been the same from the beginning. We haven't added a zipper or anything to it yet. Good night, Dalva. Okay, let's clip this other one together if we have enough clips. Oh man, 40s in Zephyr Hills. Yeah, it's 45 here. And it's got hot for a minute. I just don't know what it's like to have a fireplace. I've never had one. Okay, let's see how that lines up. Nice. Okay, let's stitch these two together. Following my drawn curve. When I get to the side, then I can follow my seam allowance line. We're on vacation, Kathleen. It's not ours. We don't have fireplace in Florida. Oof, 87 degrees. I mean, that's how it is in our summer, so I guess it's your summer there now. I have a friend that's traveling to a really big dog show overseas next week, so she asked if there's any way that I could make these before she leaves. So I said, sure. I have this machine and I've never traveled with it, but let's try. There was one area that I felt like I got a little bit off track, but it looks pretty good. Maybe right in here for a couple stitches. Let's see. Yeah, we got married on Leap Day 4 years ago, so technically it's our first wedding anniversary, so we decided to go on a trip. Pinking shear these corners. And again, when using cotton and pinking shears, you don't want to get too close to your stitching because you don't want it to pull out or like fray through the seams. So I just like to cut off those basting stitches. Thank you, Tammy. All right, let's turn this one out. Zipper open. Make sure I'm not turning through my pocket. Get stuck and then it's kind of weird. It's always so stressful turning through that zipper. Poke all our corners out. This corner's looking nice. What else is? I didn't check that elastic. This one looks a little bit small. Let me see if a pen fit in it. It's snug, but it fits. I think that's what you want. So won't be an extra large pen, but it works. Okay. Beautiful. Second one, just about done. Lines up. Okay, let's do this last one here. And then I probably won't finish the rest of these, like I won't do the finishing touches on this because it's getting late here. And we've been on for a few hours, but I'll finish them up in the next couple days and post pictures in my Facebook group. So if you guys aren't a part of that group, make sure to join. The link is in the description of the video. Well, thank you, Sue. Lee. Well, good. Glad you found that Facebook group and joined. It's where I post most things when I'm going to go live and stuff like that. Sometimes it's pretty random with busy schedule. It's hard to plan a live. Okay, let's trim these corners. Oh, have been sublimating. Oh, that's awesome, Kathleen. How are you liking sublimating? What's the biggest piece of fabric that you can sublimate, or can you do it like multiple pieces to make a bigger sheet, or is it just kind of like panels? really cool. I think a lot of people are getting into sublimation fabrics since a lot of the specialty shops are going out of business. Whew, almost done. Oh, cool. Thank you, Nicole. I'll accept you when I get off of the live into the group. You got it? Where'd my turning tool go? Strange. Inside paper. So weird. Watching and sewing the Bella bucket bag. Is that the one by Ora Rosa? All right, there is the third one. So just need to add the Decaville Heavy, iron them out, put the magnetic snap on, and my tag. So I'm not going to do that tonight just because it's getting pretty late. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to go get in the hot tub and take a shower. So I'm going to show you these. And then I'll post them in my group tomorrow or whenever I finish. Oh, 12 by 18. It's pretty decent. Cool. All right, so we got 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and spending the last 3 hours with me sewing up these. Make sure you join my Facebook group, Creating with Joleelee. The link is in the description below. I will post any links that we talked about in those lights for Dalva on my Amazon list and in the description below. So if I miss something, just comment and I will get it posted for you. And I will see you guys later. Thanks. Make sure to like the video too. I'd appreciate it. Bye.